What's going on, y'all? So listen, I'm back for another What It Is. I hope y'all been having a good week. It's been cool out here. It's rainy today. I decided to go ahead and get this video out the way a little bit early. But let's just get into it. So, couple of shout outs that I want to give. One to Ronnie. You know, she from Chicago, and you know, she has her IG, Ronnie Prince, RONNIE PRINTS, okay? And she has art that centers around social justice and the liberation and celebration of Black people. So I looked on, you know, her Instagram, and you know, she has a lot of good stuff on there. And especially if you Black center, you're looking for some African arts and by some African artists and stuff like that, go check her out. Also, shout out to G. Okay, that's their name. They have an accessory business that's centered around empowerment of the LGBT community, youth in Washington, D.C., in the metropolitan area. You know, they have a positivity collection that's a limited collection inspired by Pose, the show, okay? Bitch, Pose, that's my show. Y'all already know. So y'all go support. It's called 7th and G Street, you know, and I will put the website is 7th, the number 7, TH, ANDGST.com, you know, and they're donating most of the portions of their profits to this youth center that's, you know, focusing on the LGBT youth that needs help. You know what I'm saying? So it's all for a good cause. And you know, Pride Month is coming up next month, okay? So yes, bitch, listen, I don't care. The cities is opening up, okay? And I was scared to do stuff last year. This year, I'm fully vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be out. I'm not going to be out in the streets like that. Let me stop lying like that. But I'm about to venture out and do more things, you know, try to get a little bit of normalcy back, just a little bit. And a bitch still will be wearing their mask, okay? Let me just tell you this, okay? Let's just get into it. Because the CDC got everybody fucked up at this point. You know, you go through all of this trouble to tell people to wear their masks, wear their masks, wear their masks, and then we get all this, you know, rebellion and people trying to, you know, push back against that and be anti-maskers and stuff like that. And then, you know, you pushing for people to get vaccinated, and you know that everybody is not trusting of this vaccine because of how fast it came. And I was one of those people, and you know, I can admit that. And given that it came about under the last administration, I just didn't really trust it until my sister, who worked in the lab and, you know, dealt with the whole thing, and she got it and she felt comfortable enough, so I would trust her judgment over anybody else, you know, scientific judgment. And you know, she has underlying conditions, and so far she's been great, you know what I'm saying? So here's my thing. We went through all of this trying to get people to wear masks, and now the CDC trying to come out and say, you know, since some of the country has been vaccinated or whatever, and it seemed like maybe some of the cases is going down, it's okay if y'all, you know, you fully vaccinated or whatever, you can go out and you don't have to wear your mask or whatever. You can go to certain areas and you ain't gotta wear your mask or whatever. And then you got certain facilities and places that's opening up, saying that basically it's a no mask place, you know, certain stores and stuff about to start doing that. This is fucked up, okay? So y'all trying to go by the honor system, you know, basically, how you gonna tell who vaccinated and who not, okay? This is not gonna work, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna sit back and I'm just gonna see if the numbers rise up, okay, this summer, because, you know, I feel like it's gonna be a hot summer and everybody's ready to get back out there, like fully get back out there. And yeah, we just gonna have to sit and wait and see exactly what happens, because I don't think this is a good idea, but who the fuck am I? You know, I'm still gonna be wearing my mask, because how can you tell who is vaccinated? Unless you are walking around with your vaccination card and, you know, putting it on display, how can you tell? Plus, people are selling fake vaccination cards. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't get it. This is not gonna work. I don't get the thought process behind it. But hey, if that's what y'all want to do, that's what y'all gonna do. But bitch, Ashley is still gonna wear her mask. I think this is stupid. But I understand that we're trying to get the country back open and trying to get back to some type of normalcy. But I think we need a little bit more time. I think we're jumping the gun just a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. That's what they want to do. You know, last week, right after I did this video, it was some stuff going on about gas shortages, and I was confused about what it was, because all I kept on seeing was people talking about how the gas prices basically they're gouging the gas prices. You know, they was basically inflating them, upping them, you know. And I was really confused because out here in Chicago, Illinois, I wasn't hearing nothing like this. But when I go on Twitter and social media, it's a lot of people that's saying this, and then we seeing videos and pictures of people going to gas stations and just long lines, and people filling up tanks and tanks and tanks. And you know, some of y'all dumbasses out there filling up garbage bags of gas so that shit can bust and leak in your fucking trunk, and then all of a sudden an explosion happened just in case you light a cigarette or something else happened. You know, like, just really stupid. I seen somebody putting gas in Tupperware, you know, containers. Bitch, now you gotta throw that away, okay? Now you have to throw that away, all right? Basically what happened is the Colonial Pipeline got hacked, okay? And they had to turn off the gas supply, you know, at least, you know, turn it off a little bit. Gas stations were, you know, running out of gas on the East Coast because it supplies the East Coast. 45% of the fuel is consumed on the East Coast. And it runs to the Gulf Coast, you know what I'm saying? So it's like this. And so I was like, wait a minute, I ain't know nothing about this. When I found out all about this shit, I said, that is crazy. How people can just, like, listen, technology is good. Oh, excuse me, my sinuses. Technology is good, and it's a little humid up in here. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm gonna keep coming up here because it's getting a little humid, you know what I'm saying? Like, usually it'd be cold as a brick up this bitch, but now it's a little humid up here, but we'll get through it. But I didn't know, you know, technology be good for a minute, okay? It be good for the most part, but then you gotta worry about everything being online. Somebody can come through and they can just hack shit and take all your information, and oh, it's just a mess. They can just cause trouble. Now, all of a sudden, like, I guess within that week, a few days later, they had finally got the pipeline back up and working. We don't know if they was working with the hackers, if they demanded some money and they paid the ransom and stuff like that. We don't know what happened, but I guess things are back to normal. If you were affected by it, put it down in the comments and say how much is gas in your place. I mean, when I was out, and I actually went to, for the first time in months, since this pandemic happened, but literally in months, because either I'm working or you know, I just get it delivered. I went to Walmart in person this past Monday, yeah, and I was just like, what the fuck? It was crowded as shit out there. I said, why? And first of all, the time that I went, I said, don't y'all supposed to be at work? Okay, and they buying up a whole bunch of stuff. I said, did y'all get y'all check or something? What's going on? I was so confused because I haven't been to the store in person in a long time. So, you know, it is what it is. I had either somebody else getting it, or, you know, go get a list to my mama, bitch. Go, you usually wake up at 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning so that you can be there early as shit, so you can avoid the crowd. Ashley ain't about to do that because Ashley works, and I actually gotta get up and go out. You work from home, bitch. I gotta get up and go out the house, okay? And I be tired. I don't be getting enough sleep. So therefore, I'm not finna wake up at no 6 o'clock in the goddamn morning on my day off just to go to the store. Bitch, I will have that shit delivered, or you can go get it for me, okay? And I was in there, and I was a little confused, and it made me nervous. It made me nervous because I don't like being around a lot of people, and I was just like, why are y'all here? Why are y'all here? I mean, I get why you're here, but okay. And I'm looking at the gas prices, and the gas was almost like $4 a gallon. I said, bitch, what? Girl, I don't even drive like that, cause you know, legally, okay, I don't even drive like that legally, but bitch, that's a little steep. That's a little steep, okay? But y'all tell me how much y'all gas prices are out there. I apologize, girl. It's like in my throat. It's in my throat, okay? And this humidity is not making it better, girl. All right, but anyway, let's get into some of this entertainment news. Prayers and thoughts go out to Tank. Please don't go. Please don't go. Cause when you had to say who you do. Okay, let me tell you something. Tank had some hits, okay? You know, he nasty now. I don't know if he was really, I gotta go back and listen to his catalog from back in the day. But Tank is nasty now. Like, he a grown ass, nasty ass married man, all right? So don't talk about, ooh, when women entertainers come out and they be talking about sex or whatever, and they be singing about it or whatever, and they be married, full ass mothers. Don't say, oh, you a mother and you doing this, when the males be out here doing the same damn thing, okay? The last couple of albums that I listened to from Tank, it was just straight sex. And I was like, wow, thank you for giving me a sex playlist, but wow, okay, can we do something different? But Mr. Tank, he is going through hearing loss. I don't know how I would feel if I could not listen to my music the way that I want to listen to my music. And I'm glad that, you know, he's trying to get it done, but get it taken care of. He revealed that he is almost completely deaf in his left ear, and he's losing like damn near most of his hearing in his right ear. And I was just like, can you imagine? That's the same thing with going blind. Truth be told, if I had the option, if this was ever presented to me, and I always thought about this, and I had to either go deaf or blind, I would rather go blind. Because, you know, beauty fades, and I've seen everything just about. I know how my face look and stuff like that, but I would rather be able to listen. You know, like sound, I get, you know, sound attracts. I'm more attracted to sound than anything, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't be with somebody whose voice irritates me, you know what I'm saying? So I thought about that. Put that down in the comment too. Girl, I'm giving y'all some good crowd participation up in this bitch, okay? Would you rather, if you had to choose, deaf or blind? I know it's weird, but you know, prayers out to Tank. I really hope they get this taken care of, you know, and it does not affect his singing career, because I still think like he has a career still going, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want that to affect him, you know. The Game, the actual TV show, The Game, that was on UPN, then it went to the CW, then it went to UPN, BET, I should say. They've been talking about rebooting this shit ever since all these other reboots been coming back, you know, and now they're officially saying that a reboot is happening. It's going to be on Paramount Plus. It's going to feature 10 episodes that will have Wendy Raquel Robinson, aka Tasha Mack, and Hosea Sanchez, who played Malik, her son. They will be back, I believe, as series regulars. You know, they're the only original cast that will be back as regulars throughout the whole series. But they will have new cast members, and then some of the original cast members will be making like cameos and stuff like this on different episodes. So, I mean, y'all trying to do all this stuff so that we can go ahead and get these streaming services. You see, it took me forever to get the Zeus network, because I was like, bitch, I don't care if it was $1.99. I'm still not finna get that ghetto ass shit. And what I do? Probably a year later, bitch, I fucked around and got it. And I love it, okay? Baddies of ATL. Them grown ass bad girl clubs bitches still acting the same goddamn way that they was acting 10 years ago. Bitch, ain't nobody grew the fuck up. Natalie Nunn still thinks she the fucking shit. Bitch, Natalie remind me of my cousin. You know, they got the same shaped face, okay? That chin and everything. It just irks me. Like, she irks me. Like, that bitch is nobody's friend, all right? And that's why she got her wig snatched the fuck off in the first episode. It just came on. Sydney Starr is on there. I respect Sydney because, you know, for the simple fact that she's a trans woman, and, you know, she's proud about it and all that. But every time I see her, it's attention seeking, and the shit that she did to Chingy, that lie, trying to make it seem like she had a relationship with him or whatever, to fuck up his career, knowing people were not open-minded back then. I do not respect that. And like, she just do too fucking much. On the first episode, she was doing too fucking much already. Okay, Judy, I was not here for you misgendering Sydney, okay, multiple times. Bitch, get that shit to fuck together. That is not right. Okay? And I was surprised that they called her out on it. They was like, wait, you can't do that. You can't do that. Tanisha, you know, Tanisha is just Tanisha, okay? She like, I'm just here for a check. That's basically why she there, okay? I'm gonna do some fake ass drama for some checks. And then you got me watching Jocelyn Cabaret. Bitch, they fight on every fucking episode and they've only learned a dance once. They only got to the dance part once. And it's like 5 or 6 episodes that's already up this new season. And I'm like, what the hell is this, okay? Bitch, it's a mess. But I'm watching it, okay? So Paramount Plus trying to make us get over there. You know, they almost had me with the Real World All-Stars, Challenge All-Stars coming back, you know, the old people, okay, coming back, and I do want to see that, so I just might get the fucking streaming service. Bitch, it's gonna be like, what's the point of looking at TV? Because everything gonna be on the goddamn streaming service now, okay? So, hey, it is what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Are y'all interested in the game? You know, just put that down in the comments. Update. Baby Blue, whoa, you know, from Pretty Ricky, and you know, he had a bunch of legal trouble back a few months ago. It came out that, you know, he was under investigation and being charged with PPP fraud, okay? Y'all, and these PPP loans, it's a whole bunch of y'all out here that has filed false loans claims and got money for businesses that you do not have, and you're using it for personal use. And I'm talking about getting your cars, getting your jewelry, and, you know, houses and shit like that. No, that's not what it's for. And you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught. If the big people getting caught, you're gonna get caught too, bitch. Okay, I just want you to fucking know that. Moving on from that, you know, he fucked around and got a PPP loan for $24 million, okay? For $24 million. And he being charged with wire fraud, bank fraud, and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. And he has pled guilty. Mind you, the nigga just got shot. That motherfucker, when I put up here that he got shot, the next fucking day, maybe a couple of days later, he was out the fucking hospital and in the club drinking alcohol and shit. Bitch, your lungs. He said, fuck this shit. I said, bitch, with no mask in Miami, in Florida, bitch. I'm sitting here like, the club could have waited. You could not wait a couple of weeks or so till your lungs got a little bit more stronger and put a mask on to go out to a club. It was calling you that much a mess. He's gonna do some time because I believe that's federal, all right? And also update on Arkansas Mo, aka Carly Red's ex-husband or play husband. He also did the same thing, you know, and you know, he took out some loans for some of his businesses, but he used the money to buy cars, to pay child support, and to buy jewelry and some other stuff, and he got caught. And he's been in jail for the past, since he got arrested, and I think his trial or whatever, his sentencing date is not until September. He's trying to get out because, you know, he's fearing the fact that he has asthma, and so that makes him, you know, a person with underlying condition that might get COVID, even though at their jail they're actually going to vaccinate the inmates there, you know. So he's trying to pull any and every excuse to get out for the time being, but he also pled guilty to PPP loan fraud as well, and he's gonna be he's looking up to probably like 12 years or something like that. He gonna be in there for a minute. So let that be a lesson, okay? Stop doing this fake shit, because it's gonna come back to your ass. And I feel like just about everybody got a scamming person up in their family or in their circle. Don't ask me why. Just know that it's there. They may not be all the way outright with it, but somebody is doing something dirty on the low. Trust and believe, I got family that's done some dirty shit, okay? And it's just a matter of time before one of their asses get locked up. I ain't gonna say nothing and put their shit out on blast, but one of them playing with the government as we speak. That's all I'm gonna say. And I'm just sitting here like, bitch, now don't ask me or anybody else to take care of your kids, okay? Give them to their daddies when you go get the chink, okay? Because ain't nobody tell you to do that shit. You can't just go out here and do what you supposed to do. girl, it ain't worth it. Anyway, moving on from that, congratulations to Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, and Junie and Baby Rue. Is her name Rue or Rose? Rue Rose or Rose Rue? Girl, the family, okay? They have a new reality show that is coming to E Network, and it's called We Got Love, Iman and Tiana. I will be watching. They had another reality show. I think it was on BET or another channel, or probably VH1. I think it was VH1. One of those channels. And I watched it. Junie gonna be the star. Junie is gonna be the star. So of course I'm watching it, and I really do like Tiana and Iman together, and I really do hope that they stay together. They fit so perfectly for each other. So I will be watching. Congratulations to Miss Naomi Campbell. It came out yesterday that Naomi Campbell is now a first-time mother to a baby girl. Everybody was like, wait a minute, bitch, okay, because she's 50 years old, and they didn't even know that, you know, they was like, bitch, was she pregnant, who the baby daddy, who all of this shit or whatever. First of all, Naomi Campbell, 9 out of 10, did not give birth. She probably had a surrogate, okay? That's probably what is going on, and it's okay. And if she did give birth, it's not, I mean, it's probably, we don't see it often, but it does happen. Janet Jackson did give birth around 50, 49 years old or whatever. Her son is probably like, what, 3, 4 years old now? You know what I'm saying? So it could happen, but I'm pretty sure she had a surrogate. And, you know, congratulations to her. That's beautiful. A baby girl too, you know, congrats. Naomi said, bitch, you ain't finna be in my business until I put you in there. And that's all. She said, you get a foot, that's it, okay? That's it. Bitch, I ain't even tell y'all I was going through the process. Y'all ain't need to know that shit. I like people like that. I don't need to know all your business. I don't need to know all your business. Why? Why? So some drama can happen? Speaking of drama, the Barbs, okay? I don't even understand why certain people just say anything about... put anything about Nicki Minaj on the internet, okay? Because the Barbs are a gang, okay? They're one of the most fiercest goddamn stan groups there is, okay? They will protect and go after anybody for Nicki at any moment, for any fucking reason, okay? Bitch, you can say, oh, that necklace look good. Bitch, who the fuck you talking to, bitch? Okay, fuck you and your mama, bitch. I'm finna look up all your information, bitch. Bitch, I just gave the whole a compliment. You know what I'm saying? That's the Barbs, okay? They do a lot. They do a lot. And it's fucking crazy, bitch. If one more of my co-workers walk the fuck past, y'all supposed to be downstairs doing work, okay? I'm on my break. Anyway, so, Carisha, aka Young Miami from the City Girls, she first of all, congratulations to Nicki. She put her mixtape up there. That's what the whole big announcement that was supposed to happen last Friday, that I mentioned in the video. She put Beam Me Up Scotty, okay? And that's when I really like Nicki, and I ain't even gonna freaking lie to y'all. Like as she was coming up, and you know, I felt like she was being too commercial. She wasn't giving me what I needed, so I kind of fell off from her. I was like, I love me mixtape Nicki. I always love mixtape Nicki, okay? That's what made me become a fan of Nicki, mixtape Nicki, you know? And so when Beam Me Up Scotty came along, I was like, yes, put that on the streaming services. She gave us 3 new songs or whatever, and I was here for it. It was cute. But you know, everybody is just all hyped and just glad to see Nicki back on the scene. You know, she's posting more. Her father, you know, I think it was either his birthday just passed, so she was dealing with that as well. But you know, she put out a little personal letter to the Barbs, and it was real cute. I like when she's personable like that. You know, sometimes Nicki can do the most and be a little bit much, but other than that, she's a cool girl. So I really have no real issue with her, and I'm a fan of her, okay? But I ain't a crazy psychotic fan, okay? I'm not a stan, I'm a fan. You know, I love her music or whatever, but bitch, some of y'all do the fucking most. Carisha from City Girls just went on ahead and said, bitch, can you unblock me? She just said, Nicki Minaj, can you unblock me? And added Nicki and all that. She got blocked on IG, okay? And I'm sitting here like, this ain't gonna fare well, because what does the Barb do and what does any stan group does? They will go through all of your history and bring up your whole past to show, bitch, you fake, you phony, and to use it against you according to them. So what they do, they found an interview from the Breakfast Club, basically when it was at the height of the Nicki versus Cardi situation, where, Carisha basically said she don't want to speak on it, but she's Team Cardi. It's understandable the reason why she says she's Team Cardi, because Cardi has been always supporting her, the City Girls, and they collab. It's understandable, but she didn't really have to say that. She chose to say that, so therefore you put yourself in the line of fire for these Barbs, okay? And they pulled that up. Pulled up some other tweets about her saying, I never, begged to be unblocked or whatever, but now you're asking to be unblocked and all this stuff. And, I said, girl, you should have just put that in a DM. I mean, the Barbs lit her ass up. I said, God damn, is it really that serious? No, it's not. See, I can never be that's stan shit. Like, even for Beyonce, bitch, I'm too old to fucking go. Like, I go off when I need to go off, but that, attacking this person because they don't like, bitch, I'll correct the person maybe here or there, but bitch, I'm not finna, girl, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? They not paying me, I'm paying them, truth be told. And it ain't worth it, okay? I'm too grown for that shit. Leave it to the kids to do it. But that happened. And then, speaking of City Girls, they bringing out this Friday the new song that we practically heard only a clip of, Twerkulator. Okay, that's coming out. They got clearance for it. They're gonna release the whole song this Friday. And then them two got into it with the Claremont, aka Incest Twins, okay, over a freaking pose that they did. I'm sitting here like, are you serious? Are you serious? And it felt very clout-ish on the Claremont Twins side, because who gives a fuck, bitch? Who owns a pose? Bitch, you're not the first person to do that pose, and you won't be the last, all right? You was inspired just like they was inspired, and, it was just ridiculous. And then JT on the internet, once again, defending her relationship with fucking Uzi because they got each other's name tattooed on each other. First of all, dumb as shit. Second of all, who gives a fuck? Third of all, ain't no way in hell I'm finna be on the internet going back and forth with somebody that I don't fucking know, who don't pay well, they do kinda, who don't, eat shit what I eat and all that stuff or whatever, who don't really fuck with my life. I don't know you, so why do I need to defend my relationship to you? If I love that nigga, I love the nigga, and that's just it. If I want to tweet about that motherfucker, I'm gonna tweet about that motherfucker. And if you don't want to see it, unfucking follow me or mute me, okay? That's all you have to do. Girl, JT, you two, never. I wouldn't do no shit like that. I'm not finna get on the internet going back and forth with nobody about my relationship. Fuck that. Especially if I'm secure in it. Bitch, fuck all that. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Just know that I go to sleep with that motherfucker every night. That's it. That's it. Bitch, fuck that. Anyway, moving on from that. Tiny and motherfucking T.I., bitch. Two women that came through to the LAPD, and I think they filed some stuff, and so now the LAPD is looking into trying to investigate the whole shit with them and this sexual allegation stuff. One of the girls, she said, bitch, she gave a similar story, and mind you, this is out there in LA, and at this point it's spanning like 3 states. I think it's Florida, LA, and Florida, California, and Georgia, and so now the LAPD is about to take up an investigation and look into these allegations in their state or whatever. One of the girls said that, basically they was drugged, okay? They willingly went to have a good time with them, but they were drugged because they was given something to drink that had drugs in it, and one woke up and she had no idea what happened. She just woke up really, really sore, and before she passed the fuck out, one of the memories that she do remember is that T.I. put his toes in her puss. I don't know why. It's funny. It's funny. I said bitch because I've never heard of that type of kink. I've never heard of that type of kink. So it just threw me off, and I was like, y'all really out here toe fucking people in the pussy? in the pussy. That's what y'all doing. Like, you putting your whole foot up there. Now, I done seen some things. I done seen a fist. Like, I seen some fist and shit, bitch. I don't understand how y'all do that. I seen women get fisted and I seen men get fisted. And it makes me soft as fuck. I don't understand it. It does absolutely nothing for me. I don't want your elbow all the way up in my shit, okay? I don't get it. That don't even feel like it feels good, okay? You're literally touching my heart, okay? And you're bypassing my stomach and you're going all the way up to my throat. I don't need you to touch my esophagus and choke. Now, when I say choke me, I mean choke me like this. Don't choke me from the inside, okay? I don't need you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Take that out and let's do some regular shit. Let's make it fun, but let's do some regular shit, okay? We don't have to do all that. But toe fucking, bitch, they probably going to, I don't want to say they going to jail, but it looks like it. It looks like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Plus, we got those other 11 plus women that got the lawyer Tyrone Blackburn. You know, girl, it's a mess. They building the case. And, you know, it's not looking good for the Harrises right now. It's not looking good for them, unfortunately, you know. It is what it is. If you did that shit, you got to pay the consequences for it. Y'all remember when Tiny was, when T.I. was in jail and Tiny was giving him hand jobs and shit like that when he was doing, and she got caught for it, bitch. A mess. Moving on from that. And that ain't funny. These sexual abuse allegations, it's not funny, okay? It's not funny. It's serious as hell. And if they did that shit and they can prove that they did that shit, put them in jail, okay? That's all that I had. Because if we can do Bill Cosby, we can do the R. Kellys, we can do the Harvey Weinstein, they should be treated no different. Truth be told, that's what it is, okay? Get the same fucking treatment. Moving on from that, Taraji Henson has announced the launch of a new campaign focused on mental health, lightening the mental health burden in the educational system that's placed on Black students. And y'all know Taraji, she has a foundation, the the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. I think it was after her father or her grandfather, you know, who suffered from mental health, and it's a nonprofit, and you know, it's going through there, and it's going to be a 6-week program that will run from May 17th to June 21st, and it will have mental health experts and therapists and, you know, educators that can talk to the students about mental health and all of that, you know. And I think that's really good. It's needed. It's needed. Moving on from that, I should have talked about this when I was talking about T.I. and Tiny. Joe Budden, bitch. So the whole situation with Joe Budden and his podcast, you know, Roy and Mal, they came out and did something, a little rebuttal, to, you know, to give their side. I didn't watch it because I truly don't care, because at the end of the day, I've never been a fan of Joe Budden like that, okay? Joe Budden has always been a problematic person, and I always felt like he thought a little bit more highly of himself than he should. Okay, we should think highly of ourselves, but I think he thinks a little bit more highly of himself than he should. And it showed the way that he went about firing and going off on people that's supposed to be his friend, you know, his friends, and the way he treated them. Who would want to work with that? You know, you'd be on pins and needles. I gotta say the right things, or I'm gonna get fucking fired. I can't ask questions, or I'm gonna get fucking fired or cussed out and put on blast. You know, who wants to do that? So with all of that going on, it was another lady who comes out. Her name is DJ Olivia Dope. You know, she was working on another podcast that I guess, you know, is in the same room of the Joe Budden podcast, and she basically said that she quit because he was basically exhibiting toxic behavior. You know, he's doing one of the podcast episodes, he was saying some sexually suggestive stuff to her, and, you know, was doing sexually suggestive things, and it made her uncomfortable, and asking questions that was sexually suggestive. And, you know, she just felt like in that moment, you know, nobody else was saying anything, so she didn't want to fuck up the mood of the podcast, so she just kept quiet. And she had other reasons as to what he did and what he said and how uncomfortable it made her, and realized that she's not a fit for this podcast and working under his tutelage, okay? And, of course, people want to say, why did it take you this long to come out? Because I think it happened a few months ago. Why did it take you this long to come out? You just want to jump on this train or whatever. I hate when people say stupid shit like that. And I know it's going to be a person up in the comments that say that. I hate when people say that. And the reason why, the fact that we still have to explain the reason why people don't automatically come out and say stuff to people that has a little bit more power than them, especially that influence over them, that can make and break you, or who can, affect your career in any type of way. Fear that they won't be heard, that they won't be believed. And as soon as that news came out, it was people all up in these blogs comments basically saying the same thing. Why you wait so long? Oh, you just trying to jump on a train. He ain't do nothing. But then all of a sudden, recently, I think it was yesterday, that Joe Budden came out and he apologized. He admitted his faults and the fact that he took accountability to the fact that, yeah, the girl wasn't lying. He has to do better and he has to assess certain situations differently. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, y'all just said the girl was lying, but then here come Joe saying basically she has valid reason to say what she said. Y'all have to stop. Y'all have to stop discounting people's personal experiences just because you like a certain person, okay? And Joe Budden, he has always been an ass. He has always had toxic behavior, especially towards women. She is not the first person who has ever come out with a charge against him of any type of domestic or sexual claim against him, So y'all just like to put people past in the past, and when something come up, don't look at their history and just say, oh, somebody just trying to, shit on their name and all this shit, when no, we're just trying to hold your ass accountable, okay? Because he has a history. Just because he may have cleaned up now, he has a history, all right? Just because you put on a fucking fedora and some clean clothes, you still have a fucking history, bitch. But anyway, moving on from that, I guess congratulations is in order to Ariana Grande and her now husband, Dalton Gomez. A few months ago, we found out that they were engaged, and it's coming out that they got married this past weekend. See, I love, like I said earlier, do that shit in private. We don't gotta make it public. We don't need all the paparazzi. We don't need the attention, and I respect that. I hope they have a beautiful life together as a married couple. They young as hell, but hey, do what you gotta do. Bill Gates, he came under fire because, he stepped down from his Microsoft board, being the director of Microsoft last year. Come to find out, he did this because there was an investigation into the fact that he had an affair like 20-some years ago with an employee there, So I was like, what? So he said, bitch, out. He trying to say that that's not what it was. He always planned to have stepped down to do more philanthropic things or whatever. But it's just so convenient that you stepped down during the time where they was doing an investigation on whether or not you were having a sexual relationship or whatever type of relationship with this employee. And it's come out that, the spokesperson for him said, yeah, it's true. He did have a relationship with this lady while he was married to his wife. So I'm not surprised. It's a lot of men in power that do that. They get married and they have extramarital affairs. It's not surprising. So hey, it is what it is. Romeo, I see that you're not on the new season of Growing Up Hip Hop. I understand that. Get it completely. Cool. Speaking of Growing Up Hip Hop, if y'all ain't watching it, that's a guilty pleasure of mine, because that show pisses me off. I can't stand Sam. I can't stand Egypt. Sam is a predator. Sam is a grown-ass man who got with a young girl before she was even, like, when she was 18 or whatever, don't know nothing about the world or whatever. This man got kids, a bunch of baby mamas, got like 3 kids or whatever, and you basically get this young girl, she's fresh, she's impersonable, and impressionable, I should say. And of course, she's gonna be on your side about each and everything, okay? And she just don't see the fact that he's an opportunist. Peppa is brainwashed by it too. And what the fuck is up with Peppa? Peppa is the main one that disturbs me on this show, because this show is about the kids coming from these legendary hip-hop artists, you know what I'm saying? Or hip-hop influencers, And she is surrounded every time they have an event. Why is she always there? Where are your friends that are of your age or in your age group, or at least in their 30s, 40s years old, or whatever? Why are all your friends these young kids? I don't get it. It's weird as fuck, and that bitch weird too. I did not realize how weird Pepper was. Like, she's out there. But Romeo came out and he talking about some, if Bow Wow do a versus, it wouldn't be, he don't need to do no versus if it ain't with me. Bitch, are we still on this? Sir, what music do you have? You got a couple of hits. I'm not gonna lie, okay? But you got a couple of hits. But that's it. Bow Wow got a catalog, okay? We can say what we want about Bow Wow or Shad Moss as he is today, how when it pertains to shit today and how he acts or whatever and how corny he is and lame he is today. But bitch, Bow Wow was the shit back in the day, okay? He was the shit back in the day and he had hits upon hits on hits, all right? And Romeo, you was cute or whatever, but you ain't had longevity like Bow Wow did, okay? We can't even name most of your hits, all right, if you have them, you know what I'm saying? And it's no shade, but it's just facts, okay? They threw Soulja Boy in the mix, and I would rather see Soulja Boy and Bow Wow go through a versus than a fucking Romeo and Bow Wow. That should be over in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, because he'll run out of hits. Not Bow Wow, but Romeo. Like, boy, pipe down and just be behind the scene like you need to do. Okay? Moving on from that. Congratulations to Ludacris and his wife. They're expecting their second child together. That's always a beautiful thing. Gary Owens and his estranged wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, Kenya Duke. She asked him for $44 million. Oh, no, not million. $44,000 a month in spousal support. Now, she said that, they have been married for over 17 years. And they known each other for 23. And she basically gave up her job as a financial account manager and to help manage his career. And usually, what he usually would give her to spend for the family would be around $44,000 a month, on household stuff, food and clothing and bills and stuff like that, so that's what she feels like she deserves. But truth be told, I mean, okay, if he making all that money, I guess, but the kids are out of school, out of the house. I'm pretty sure they're adult kids now, so it's just confusing how this dividing of money goes. But I mean, hey, if she feel like she deserve it and that's what she been used to, I get it. So Lamar Odom's baby mother, what's her name? Liza, there you go. Liza Morales, okay? Mother of his kids. She about to get evicted from her, what is it? It's a posh Manhattan apartment because Lamar Odom hasn't been paying child support to her for the past year, and I think she owed almost like $50,000 behind in rent or whatever. And basically he said, for what? The kids are of 18, so he don't have to pay child support. Why should he need to do that? But he will still take care of his kids, and he has been giving money sporadically to the kids directly and not to her. But if you are under an arrangement in a court agreement that you need to pay a certain amount each month to the mother of your children, regardless of the age, if they have not ended it, you need to still do that, especially when your kids are going to college. And it was like the kids have not been able to go to regular college. They have to go to junior college because they could not afford it because of Lamar. And depending on where it's at, I don't know if it's in every state, but when it comes to child support, and I know in my case with my mom had my father on child support, and it's usually, I thought it was to 18, but it got extended because we were still in school, and he stopped paying child support when I turned 21, when me and my sister turned 21, you know what I'm saying, because we were in school. And so That's how I think it goes in most cases, or some cases when the kids are still going to school, you still pay child support, or you get that amended some type of way. But if it's court order, Lamar, you have to pay. But at the end of the day, I don't understand what it is that she is doing. You mean to tell me you're just relying on this child support to take care of all your bills and everything else? If you can't afford the place that you're in, you need to fucking downgrade, okay? Because why are you solely dependent on this man who been through so much shit, okay, and literally does not look reliable at all? No shade to Lamar. Why are you depending so much on him, okay? I mean, not depending so much, but solely on him and his money. What is going on? Do she work or anything? Like, I'm confused. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. The producer, Molly Mall, y'all probably heard of him when he was on the earlier season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood with Masika and Nicki, baby. You know, he was hit with being the ringleader of running a prostitution ring out in Vegas. And so he was sentenced to 33 months. So that's like almost 3 years, you know, a little short of 3 years, to prison, federal prison, for owning and operating a prostitution business that was disguised as an escort service. So hey, he always seemed creepy to me. He seemed creepy to me, and I remember when these charges first came out, the nigga was weird. And the fact that Nicki baby and Masika was fighting over him, I was like, were y'all running the track for him too? Like, it was really confusing. I didn't know. I had questions. Tierra Marie. If fuck that nigga was a person, that's Tierra Marie. And Tierra Marie, you finna get your ass fucked up, okay? Tierra Marie, if y'all remember back probably a couple of years ago when Tierra Marie said that, you know, somebody, I think it was that dude Akbar or whoever the fuck it was, you know, had some porn or something, like home videos of her, and he was going around showing it, and then 50 Cent had got his hand on it or whatever, and then, you know, she brought him to court, and they found him not responsible for anything in the revenge porn, and so they told her to pay his legal fees or whatever. She owed him like 30, they say now she owes $37,733. And we saw the history of this, how 50 Cent was going back and forth, making fun of her, trying to get his money, but he was being dead ass serious. I didn't know he was being serious, but still at the same time, she was court ordered by a judge to pay this money, this legal fees for taking him to court and then losing, you know. And so she still has not paid the money as of this current day. She has not put a dent. Bitch has not put a penny, all right? I said, girl, you could have put your ass on the payment plan. We knew Tierra Marie didn't have it like that, but now she got her body looking good. She's looking good, okay? No lie. And she got a new man. They on the ground flossing all this jewelry, unless the jewelry is fake. And now 50 is like, bitch, I'm finna have your assets seized, and you're about to pay me my money. I said, bitch, not having assets seized. Do she even have any assets? Girl, just pay the man the money. At least get on the payment plan so he can leave your ass alone. You think it's a joke. It is not a joke, okay? Pay that man his money, all right? Want to say rest in peace. This just happened today. It came out that comedian Paul Mooney, the motherfucker that holds no bars, he was uber hilarious, you know, and very blunt and straightforward. He unfortunately passed away in his home in California from a sudden heart attack. He was 79 years old. One of the actual comedians that I actually really liked, and will look at all his specials every time they come on. Like, the nigga was just of another kind. He was of another breed, and unfortunately he passed away. My condolences to his family and his friends. Billy Porter came out in the Hollywood Reporter, you know, article interview that he did recently, and I think it just hit the newsstand, and said that, you know, he's been living with HIV. He's been HIV positive for the past 14 years. He got diagnosed June 2007, and that whole year it was just a lot that was going on. He was like, he was part of the generation that should have known better, because it's 2007. We had a hell of a lot more information than we did the generation prior, when it first came out. So in 2007, you should know better, protection and things like that. And he still got caught up in it. I don't know how he got it, but most likely I'm pretty sure it was probably some unprotected things. And he said, he was also, prior to that, in February that year, he got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And then March, he signed out bankruptcy papers. And then in June, he found out he was HIV positive, So he kept that a secret because he was living with the shame of it, and how people would feel. And the fact that it was 2007 and you still getting this. And, and I understand. Even back then in 2007, you can say people were still being a little bit ignorant and naive to what was going on with the illness or whatever. Things have gotten better. People are living longer with the illness, the virus. And of course, I can understand the shame that he probably felt because, you thought that you would make it this far and you know better. And so he kept it a secret, but now he's speaking out. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And especially the fact that he grew up in a Pentecostal church and, made to think that probably this was a punishment from God. That's exactly what he said, So, hey, I apply anybody that's living with this virus and who are still thriving and going through it every day. My heart is with you. So that was a good look. That was a good look. A$AP Rocky came out and confirmed that, in a new GQ, there you go, bitch, get your words together, magazine, that he and Rihanna are indeed in a relationship, and he said that bitch like the love of his life. Whew, I tell you about them island girls, okay, them island folks, not just girls, the whole island, okay. I always wanted to get entrapped with a fucking Caribbean. I just want to try it. Okay, I just want to, bitch, I put the roots on me, okay? Fuck my head up. I'm dead ass. But anyway, that's cute. That's cute or whatever, I guess. We ain't getting no more music. I gave up on that. We ain't getting no more music. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about, BET, bitch, what are y'all doing? Okay, they finna do something. I'ma watch it. Okay, it's coming out. It's called BET Present the Encore, and it's coming out June 9th. Okay, it's a 10-episode series that's gonna be about BET forming the next R&B supergroup from former artists back in the day, from groups such as 702, Total, Danity Kane, 3LW, Black, and Cherish. So who will be a part of this group? Nivea will be on it. I don't know what her role is, but she'll be on it, probably the host or whatever. These singers will live together in a house for 30 days, and they have to come up with an album at a home studio and learn how to vocalize together and dance together, choreography and all of that stuff. It's very much giving me Kelly Rowland and June's Diary Road to Stardom. Okay, it's very much giving me that. And I say that in the sense that Kelly had all the intentions of putting this group together, this girl group together, and then left their ass. Okay, and they still been struggling ever since, trying to make it. I don't see the purpose of what this is. How come we can't get like some fresh girl groups? How come y'all can't make June's Diary pop? I don't understand it. But they giving girl groups from the 90s and the 2000s. So who's gonna be in there? Pam from Total, girl. She gotta fix her reputation after she lied on that man. Anyway, she gonna be there from Total. Lamisha from 702. Shamari, let me see those shoulders bouncing. Shamari DeVoe from Black, she's gonna be there. Aubrey O'Day, bitch, have y'all seen Aubrey from Danity Kane and how much plastic surgery and how she fucked her body up? That is body dysmorphia, because you can't tell me, in her eyes, she probably needs some more work and she look good. In my eyes, moving on from that, and also Keely from 3LW, bitch, this ain't gonna work. As soon as I saw her name and I saw Denny Aubrey O'Day, I said, this shit is not gonna work. This is not gonna work at all. Don't nobody like them as it is, especially Keely, okay? So, no, all right? That's just not gonna hit. And Nivea, like I said, and also the twins Felicia and Fallon from Cherish. I did not know that they were still out here doing their thing. They may not be out here like singing or whatever, but they're songwriters and stuff. And I think one of them, they helped co-write or co-produce or whatever. Yeah, co-write Justin Bieber's new song Peaches. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Yeah, that shit. That bullshit. I mean, that song, it's catchy or whatever. I still ain't listened to his album because I don't like Justin Bieber. I want to give him a spin. I think he a culture vulture. I want him to cut them dreads off. It just looks disgusting. I just white people with dreadlocks. It just does something to me. And not in a good way. You know, they've been out here writing like for a lot of artists, a lot of recent stuff too. So, you know, I'm gonna watch this shit because it looks like it's gonna be messy. I hope it, and Carlos King is behind it. And I was just thinking about Hollywood divas and Hollywood, you know, all of that shit, R&B divas and shit like that. Bitch, that's what it's gonna give. And so Ashley's gonna watch it, and depending on how good it is, and if I ain't got nothing else to do, I might review the shit. That's if y'all watch it, but Ashley is definitely gonna watch it. But anyway, I gotta order me something to eat, or go get me something to eat. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. It is about to be 80 degrees for the rest of this week. And Ashley's about to throw her shorts on. Okay, I'm throwing them bitches on tomorrow. And I just want y'all to be safe, okay? And I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for all your support. I really wanted to say that. I really do. I just really felt the need to say that. And y'all go over there and give Scotty by Nature, you know, lift him up and his family up in prayers because he lost a loved one that was really close to him a couple of days ago, and the family is going through it. So, you know, love you, Scotty, and I hope y'all get through it and give y'all strength. All right? Peace.